Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Gisela K. This is Grizzly True Crime, and if you're watching this live with me, happy Sunday to you. Welcome to all my moderators. Thank you so much for everything you do. Welcome to all my patrons, members, subscribers, any new people in chat. If this is your first time, hi. And also welcome to any locals in chat. By local, generally meaning Idaho. Okay, that's where this case is taking place today. If you are a YouTube member, you may remember we spoke about this case last week a little bit. We were already getting a little bit snarky. Okay, so buckle up for this one because it's quite infuriating. And if you are a patron and you missed yesterday's patrons only live stream, you might want to check that out. It's posted on Patreon for you. We did a little Q&A where I got to ask you a bunch of questions and then you got to ask me a bunch of questions. So that was really fun. Also, before I dive into this case, check it out. Got my Snark Tank shirt on. I like buying these big shirts. I think this is a like XXL. So Snark Tank. This is part of the new merch. So if you want to get a shirt like mine, the link will be shared throughout the stream. It's also on grizzlymerch.com. Okay, so let's get the presentation going so that we can talk about this case. Okay. Here we go. Please like and share so others also know we are live right now and they can come and join us and chat with us or at least catch the information later if they are busy. Someone is saying the volume is low. I'm trying not to speak too loudly. Lately it's been a little bit high. Okay. Stefan says noise. Okay. Thank you, Stefan. Noise shirt, right? Snark Tank. Okay. So Travis Calumpit. I've never heard that surname before. Have you guys ever heard Calumpit? Travis Calumpit. He was born Travis Haywood Calumpit, born on January 30th, 1987. He was 37 years old and he was a truck driver at Acuna Harvesting or Trucking. Now, we're going to look at his Facebook page a little bit, but look at this ironic post that he made this post on Facebook on the day that he died. And he says, soulmate quotes. A soulmate usually only comes once in your life to shake things up, to show you true love, to stand up to you in ways like no one else ever has. They adore you and yet challenge you to your fullest potential. A soulmate relationship isn't always peaches and cream. It's roses and thorns too. And then he says, me too, because nowadays you can't even trust even your spouse because of all the shit talking and deceitful bullshit and lies and all the lies made up to leave you and don't have the nerve or anything to tell you the truth about why they're leaving. But I guess it's easy to make up excuses. Shame. He posted that right before he was shot. Okay then. So, Objection Cakes, its snarky pants are already on my Christmas list. Nice. All right, now, Melissa and Travis were married from 2010 to 2018. They have 2 children together. I believe she has another child from another relationship because I definitely see 3 children in the pictures, okay, on Facebook. So they've got 2 children together. They got divorced in 2018, but then they remarried in 2020, all right? Hey, Dizzy, nice to see you. Always nice to see Dizzy in chat. Thank you for being here as well. So, the thing is that I'm just going to say all the facts here, not victim blaming. I looked at all of these people's criminal records, and surprisingly, yes, the victim, the homicide victim in this case, was, he struggled with addiction, and he was violent in the past, because I could see he's got some domestic violence charges, related charges. He's also got some violating protection order charges and quite a lot of them from what I can see. But either way, as it was with the recent case that we discussed and watched the trial of, one still cannot take the law into your own hands and lure someone to their death, because that's what sounds like happened here. Now we're going to look at the probable cause affidavits as well. It's very nice and detailed, so we're going to learn more about what happened here, but this is just a quick brief, like let's just get some background story, right? So they were married from 2010 to 2018, had 2 children, got divorced. Then they got remarried in 2020. Then Melissa moved out of their shared home in Parma, Idaho on April 27th of this year. And she said it's due to Travis allegedly being physically abusive to the children. On July 12th of 2024, Travis told his stepfather that he was going to meet up with Melissa in the hopes of reconciling and that they were going to camp together. So, all right, Curious Luke said, well, I look forward to seeing her modeling portfolio at trial. Right? Are they going to show us another before and after or what? Okay, so here's some pictures from Facebook as well. Now, this is Melissa Calumpit. On the right-hand side is her mother, Rosalie Morris. Mother and daughter plotting together, allegedly, how they're going to get rid of this guy. You know, the mother basically said he's like an animal that just needs to be put down. You know, she said he abuses drugs and he's just somebody that they think they just need to get rid of. And see, that's where I have a problem with it. Okay, one can't do that. We don't live in that kind of vigilante world. One can't just take out people that you have a little problem with. Or you're like, you know what, I'm sick of this guy. Tammy, is that how I say your name? Tammy? Coolman, welcome. So yeah, mother and daughter, we're going to go over the PCA. You'll see it, but look at that mugshot. I guess that was a little bit of a before and after. Now, ironically, you're going to hear the timeline in a moment. I'm just giving you a little warm-up. Ironically, she calls herself Missy Calumpit on Facebook, but she actually posted on Facebook on July 15th. Now, her and her mother traveled from Nevada to Idaho on July 12th, and then Travis was shot, okay? And then they went to Walmart afterwards, so there is a Walmart in this case. Oh my goodness. But she posted on July 15, 3 days after she allegedly murdered her estranged husband. She said, so I lost the love of my life this last weekend, and I don't know what to do. Yes, we were separated. Yes, I was gonna file for divorce, but he was the love of my life. I will always love him. I just can't be with him. I miss him so much. I miss knowing that he's still out there. My kids and I are all very devastated about the loss. But we are leaning on my family and loved ones in our time of grief from this. I love you and I'll miss you forever. Travis Calumpit. Wow. Oh my goodness. She literally posted that. Okay then. And she's the one accused of murdering him. Okay. Lori, welcome. Wait, somebody said something. Sally said, too many entitled people around these days, just doing what they want. Now, that's a good word for it. Entitled. Yes, exactly. Dizzy says, ha, 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 of course it's Walmart. It's always a Walmart. Sorry, Walmart. Okay. But you feature a lot in these cases. All right. So, I can't believe she posted that. Now, obviously the police are still, they're working on it. They're investigating this case. They've already arrested this mother and her daughter. Of course, the estranged wife and her mother, right? They've arrested them, charged them. I'm going to look at the PCA in a moment. But if you know anything, if you saw anything, okay, if anyone was in the area of the incident on the day or evening of July 12th, and the area was in Idaho, and it's called Martin's Landing Campground, okay? So if you were in the area on the day or evening of July 12th of 2024, and you have any information that could assist with the investigation, please contact the CCSO at 208-454-7531 or Crime Stoppers at 343-COPS. Now, if you see there, he said on Facebook as well, on July 12th, that's the day he died. So he posted this right before. Why does my life give me a plot twist every week? And oh my word, the comments are like, yeah, your wife's the plot twist, bro. Like, oh my goodness. Shame, man. He posted that, and then he said on the right-hand side, on June 27th, I thought I married my soulmate, but I guess I was wrong, I think. Shame. Okay, yes. Rob says, please call if you know something. Yes, please do. Okay, so that's our little presentation. Now, let me just quickly show you this map over here, and then we're going to get to the documents. So those two, oh dear, hold on. Let me just do it like this. Those two, the mugshots you saw, Melissa and her mother, drove from this Nevada area. If I just zoom out here, it says Nevada, okay? And they drove from around here. So if you see like Copper Basin, there would be a marker in Argenta. They drove from there all the way to that Martin's Landing campground, and Travis drove a shorter distance from where he stayed with his stepfather, and he drove also to meet them there because he was under the impression they were going camping together, and he thought, oh my word, we're actually going to reconcile. Right? Welcome, K. Scarpetta. Oh, sorry. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. I see it now. Happy Grizzly anniversary. Healing answered, what's with these people who just can't say goodbye? So, I mean, it's very allegedly premeditated for the mother and daughter, right? So the estranged wife and her mother to plot together, okay? And then drive like 4.5 hours to meet this man here, thinking, oh, he's like an animal they want to put down. What? You're just going to take his life and just lure him there to his death. That is so very hectic. All right. Now, I'm going to show you the documents because we're going to look at this probable cause affidavit, and then you're going to hear the whole timeline and how it all went down. There's no better words than directly from this PCA. Okay. So, before I start with that, Laurie said Grizzly is the best channel. Thank you so much, Laurie. That is so sweet. Thank you for the sticker. All right, state of Idaho, plaintiff. So this happened in Idaho, all right? It's another Idaho case. Calumpit. So Melissa Faye Calumpit, defendant. You could see the date of birth, 6/1989, which of course helps to look up the case number and all of that. Here's the case number if anyone wants to look it up. If you see any updates, let me know. My email is grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com. All right, so they say, I, Detective Sergeant Bailey Wilson of the Canyon County Sheriff's Office, declare and state the following is true and accurate. The following acts occurred at the Scott Pit Lane, Parma. That's at that Martin's Land campground. Okay. And the time it occurred was approximately 1600 hours on the 12th of July of 2024. That would be approximately 4 p.m. Angela, welcome. So the crimes that have been alleged to be committed is 18400 murder 1. So she has been charged, Melissa Calumpit. She's being charged with murder and destruction of evidence. And her mother is being charged with aiding and abetting first-degree murder and destruction of evidence. Okay, so just so you don't forget who they are. On the left-hand side is Melissa Calumpit. On the right-hand side is her mother. All right, so now synopsis of the case, of course, that's what we want to know. On the 12th of July of 2024 at approximately 21:05 hours, so that's 9:05 in the evening, Brett and Kimberly, I redacted their surname, they were camping in the area of Martin's Landing, located at that Scott Pit Lane in Parma Canyon County, Idaho, when they located a deceased adult male in camping area A or Alpha 13. The sheriff's office deputies and detectives responded to investigate the scene. The male was located face down, feet toward the river, with blood near his left side. A small caliber bullet wound was located in his upper left chest area, or left upper chest area. Shot in the chest. There was a spent .380 ACP casing located approximately 5 feet to the west toward the river. There was a wallet, Dodge keys, and a pocket knife located under a ball cap approximately 1 foot away from the male's right side, which also, that seems pretty staged, don't you think? Anyway, the male was identified by Idaho driver's license as Travis H. Calumpit, 37 years old. A white Dodge pickup with Idaho license plate 2CVL474 was parked at the camping area entrance, approximately a quarter mile from camping area Alpha 13. According to witnesses, the Dodge had been parked there for several hours. The Dodge was registered to Jesse and Jennifer, redacted of Parma. Jesse confirmed that he was in the process of selling that vehicle to Travis Calumpit. Located in plain view in the driver's side backseat was a 9mm high-point pistol, which was collected. The Dodge and the area around the body, to include the bushes, the shoreline, and the river, were extensively searched, and no .380 caliber handgun was found. So, of course, the police were also like, well, that's a little weird, right? Okay. John Hammond says, I've camped there. It's where the Boise River flows into the Snake River. Is the Snake River connecting all these crimes? Remember, Brian Koberger, I know the Snake River is pretty long, but I was also traveling around the Snake River there. All right, so they say Travis's last known address is, so I redacted that, the property is owned by his stepfather, Norman. Norman told detectives that earlier that day, Travis had told him that he was going to go and meet with his estranged wife, Melissa Calumpit, in the hopes that they would reconcile their relationship and go camping together in council over the weekend. So he was excited also because this relationship was very on, off, on, off. I mean, they'd been married twice already, and now she just moved out in April with allegations that he was abusing the children. I don't know if those, if he ever got charged with something like that or not. I'm not too sure. Or if that's when the plan started. I'm not too sure. Now, another resident of Sand Hollow, someone called Holly, said that she last spoke to Travis on the 12th. That's the day, that same day, 12th of July, at approximately 5 or 6 p.m. And she said that she heard him on a phone call with a female while he was seated in his pickup. Holly heard the female say to Travis, "Just be there. Don't be late. It's all or nothing." Oh my word. That's what Melissa, we can assume it's a Melissa, right? They say after the phone call, Travis told Holly he was heading to meet with Melissa at Martin Landing in the next 20 minutes. He was so excited. Okay, because he thought they're getting back together. That's the mother of his 2 children. And he's just saying, I love you, all over Facebook most of the time. If you look at his Facebook page, right? And so, wow, for her to say, just be there. Don't be late. It's all or nothing. Okay. So then, Melissa Calumpit was interviewed by phone. So that's the one on the left, that's the estranged wife, right? She was interviewed by phone as she now lives in Battle Mountain, Nevada with her mother and stepfather. And she actually posted on Facebook on the 19th of July that she had moved there. That's another red flag. Just like, let's move. Okay, let's move. Okay, so she was interviewed by phone. She lives in Battle Mountain, Nevada with her mother and stepfather, Rosalie and Frank Morris. Their current address is, I redacted that. Melissa said that she and Travis have 2 children in common, and they were married from 2010 until 2018 when they divorced. She said they remarried in 2020. Melissa had moved out of their shared residence at Palmer Road in Idaho on the 27th of April of 2024 due to Travis being physically abusive to the children. That's what she's telling police. She said that she had planned to meet up with Travis in person on the 12th of July of 2024 to inform him of her intent to divorce him. It's interesting. It just reminds me a little bit of another case where it's like, oh, there's like the guys thinking we're reconciling, we're going camping together, maybe we'll be a family again. And the lady is saying, actually, I was going to meet up with him to tell him that like we're getting divorced. Oh dear. All or nothing. Meanwhile, it's like, okay, all or nothing and a gun. Melissa made several statements during the investigation that were both incriminating, inconsistent with the evidence, and led investigators to believe that she had intimate knowledge of details of the homicide that were not known to the public. Melissa gave a detailed account of her activities for the 12th of July of 24. From 7 to 7:30 in the morning, Melissa and her mother, Rosalie, left Battle Mountain to 4-2 to go to Caldwell to meet with Travis. They were driving in Rosalie's blue 2003 Toyota Highlander with Nevada plate. At noon, 12 o'clock Idaho time, Melissa said they encountered a road closure in Marsing on Highway 95 due to a fire. Road closures confirmed by ITD. 16:07 hours, so that's 7 minutes past 4, Melissa said that she received a final text from Travis. From 1600 to 1630, so 4 to 4:30, they arrived back in Battle Mountain. So she's like, I received a final text, and then we arrived back in Battle Mountain. Like, what happened in between? At 1700, so 5 p.m., she and her mother arrived in Elko, Nevada. They had dinner and went to Walmart. Elko, Nevada. Isn't that where that Troy Driver guy, wasn't he around there? Elko, Nevada sounds so familiar. When I hear that, I just think of Troy Driver in Naomi Irion's case. Oh my goodness. So anyway, they had dinner, and there it is, everyone. They went to Walmart. There's no shade on Walmart. There's just often a Walmart in these cases that you guys pointed out for many cases all along the way, and now I can't unsee it. Every time we look at that, there's the Walmart. Okay. So Jesse gave permission to search the Dodge Ram. Now, who's Jesse? Remember that Jesse and her husband, I think, partner, Jesse and James, I think they said, were busy selling this Dodge to Travis. Okay. So they say Jesse gave permission to search the Dodge Ram, and on the 16th of July, detectives located a dash cam inside the vehicle. So whenever we tell people check your dash cams, it might actually have very critical evidence. It might. So they checked the dash cam inside this vehicle, and the last video recorded on the memory card showed the vehicle entering the parking lot of Martin Landing and parking beside a blue Toyota Highlander. Ooh, that dash cam had some critical evidence because those two claim to not have been there, right? As if they made a U-turn. Like, oh, there was like roadworks, final text, went to Walmart instead. So then this dash cam saw Melissa and her mother's car. So her mother's car, the blue Toyota Highlander. I know that, okay, let's say allegedly. Of course, the police would have investigated this, checked this out, but it could be any blue Highlander. I get it, right? So the dash cam video showed Melissa. There we go, though. That rules out some reasonable doubt there. The dash cam video showed Melissa Calumpit standing beside the Toyota. So if it wasn't her mother's, damn, she sure was standing there. Allegedly. Okay, Melissa and Rosalie were interviewed on the 18th of July, 24. Rosalie admitted that there had been a family meeting at her residence, okay, on the 11th, the day before, 11th of July. There was a family meeting where Rosalie, Frank, her husband, Tommy, don't know who Tommy is, but Tommy and Melissa were present, and they talked about how to get rid of Travis for good. Rosalie admitted that she planned to kill Travis on the 12th of July of 24. She said she searched around for it, and now this is the mother. This is Melissa's mother saying that she planned to. Okay, just get rid of him for good. She says she searched around for an unregistered firearm to use in the murder, and she planned to do it herself. Okay. Melissa wanted to come along. Rosalie believed that Melissa killed Travis so that Rosalie would not get in trouble. Oh, did her a favor, did she? Wow. Melissa admitted to investigators that she knew of the plan to kill Travis. That's now again the estranged wife, the one who said, be there, like it's all or nothing, okay, luring him there. The only one that could really lure him there, the estranged wife, okay, the one that he says he loves and all of that. So she admitted that, yeah, she knew of the plan to kill Travis. She said that she traveled from Nevada to Idaho with her mother and brought her Ruger 380 LCP with her in her pocket. On the way, Melissa told Travis to meet her and told him to come alone and not to mention their meeting to anyone else. Wow. Okay, so that's a red flag. If someone says, meet me here and don't tell anyone else, okay, it's all or nothing. Red flag, I would say. Stay safe. Take someone with you. Red flag, right? All right. Miss Holmes, I do not want to get sued. Thank you for the suggestion. So they say, Miss Holmes was saying I should put, like, there's a Walmart in the story on the back of my shirts. No, not looking for a lawsuit here. Okay, but yes, they're referring to the Snark Tank shirt. Okay, so now they say, so let's see what happened, right? Goodness me. So Melissa lured Travis via text message and phone calls to Martin Landing. So she admits she lured him there. Rosalie admitted that she hid in the campground bathroom while Melissa walked down to the secluded campsite with Travis. She's like hiding in the bathroom. Oh my goodness. Okay. Melissa initially claimed that Travis SA'd her, sexually assaulted her. RAPED her. What? Oh, yeah, come all the excuses. She's probably gonna pull the self-defense card at the trial, isn't she? This one. Okay, she says she initially claimed that Travis SA'd her at the campsite. Her story changed several times. She ultimately said that she had the .380 pistol in her pocket, hit Travis in the head with a rock, and shot him when he charged at her. Other records say when he lunged at her. In one version of events, Melissa said that Travis took her gun and racked around into the chamber. She did not make any statements that indicated that Travis threatened her with a gun. Melissa said after she shot Travis, he asked her why. And she said, I'm sorry, I love you. I mean, guys, come on, man. Who does that? She shoots him in the chest and he says, why? Would he even have time for that? Would he? Maybe. Why? And she says, I'm sorry, I love you. And then scurries back off to what? Fetch her mother from the bathroom? Then she ran away. She said she took her gun, Travis's cell phone, and asked Rosalie to take her to CJ Strike Reservoir. Melissa said she threw the SIM card out of the window of the car on the way, and at the reservoir, she threw the phone and the gun into the water in an attempt to destroy evidence. Wow. Interesting. Rob said, the old self-defense theory, good luck with that. In this case, and one we saw recently. It can sometimes be. In this case, if we watch this trial, and she says self-defense, I hope that you've watched this first video with us. Okay, because my goodness. Just like SIM card out. Okay. Phone and gun in the reservoir. Like what? Okay, so here's also the mother's PCA because they've both been arrested. Both have been obviously charged with... Hold on, I'll look again. Melissa has been charged with murder and destruction of evidence, and her mother is charged with aiding and abetting first-degree murder and destruction of evidence. Both of them first-degree murder in Idaho. Whoa. Could they get the death penalty? I wonder. Anyway, so the whole document is the same until we get down to here somewhere. Wait. There we go. On the 18th of July, 2024, Rosalie and Melissa came to the Canyon County Sheriff's Office and Criminal Investigations Division for in-person interviews. Oh, so they actually drove there. Yes, I conducted an interview with Rosalie and advised her of her Miranda warning at the beginning of the interview. Rosalie said that she drove Melissa toward Palmer, so the mother drove the estranged wife, the daughter, right, from Battle Mountain on the 12th of July, the day of the homicide, in her Toyota Highlander. Rosalie said they encountered a road closure south of Marsing, Idaho. Rosalie said she turned the vehicle around and then she returned to Nevada. So both of them had the same story, the same lie from the beginning of like, well, there were road closures, and so we turned around and went to Walmart. Okay. Peggy says, it continues to amaze me how people feel they can just snuff out someone because they are having differences with no remorse. Right? Thank you so much for your sticker. So, the mother says, nope, we turned around. Road closures. And then they say this, the following. Okay, hold on. She said she turned around. Rosalie detailed going to several businesses in Winnemucca, Nevada, Battle Mountain, Nevada, and Elko, Nevada that evening. Rosalie said they never made it to Palmer and were not in the area at the time of the homicide. Denies even being there. Wow, okay. Upon seeing the dashcam footage of Melissa at Martin Landing, Rosalie was busted, basically. So Rosalie admitted, okay, she drove to Martin Landing with Melissa. Rosalie said that Melissa contacted Travis to meet her there alone. Rosalie claimed that she hid in an outhouse near the parking lot, out of sight of Travis and Rosalie. Approximately 1 hour after Travis arrived, Rosalie said she heard Travis yell, heard Melissa yell, then she heard a single gunshot. Rosalie said she returned to the vehicle and received a phone call from Melissa. Oh my word. So it's like, okay, Mom, when you hear the gunshot, that's your cue. That's when you can go back to the vehicle. I'm just imagining how it went down. Allegedly. Okay, Rosalie and Melissa got into the vehicle and Melissa told her Travis was dead. Rosalie said Melissa told her that Travis was bending down, grabbing phones, and Melissa hit him with a rock and knocked him silly. Okay then. Rosalie said that Melissa told her that Travis lunged at her. And she shot him one time in the chest. Okay. I asked Rosalie if she noticed any injuries on Melissa when she returned to the vehicle. Rosalie said she did not notice any injuries on Melissa, but noticed that she was breathing heavily. Right. Thank you, Robin. I knew someone wanted to say it. Winnemucca. Winnemucca. Am I saying it right here? Winnemucca. What did I say? Sounds like what I said, but I'm not sure if I did. All right. Hello, Janie's child. Nice to see you. So, she said no injuries, but she was breathing heavily. Rosalie said that she drove toward Grandview, Idaho, near CJ Strike Reservoir. Rosalie said Melissa stated she needed to get rid of her pistol and Travis's phone, and Rosalie agreed. Rosalie drove to Cottonwood Campground at CJ Strike Reservoir and drove to the far east point of the campground. Rosalie said Melissa exited the vehicle and threw a pistol and Travis's phone into the water. Following this, Rosalie drove to Elko, Nevada, where the two had dinner at Matty's Bar and Grill. So that's a little different to the Walmart story. Interesting. Luna said yes. Okay, hold on. Luna said, I don't understand why they say they are from Nevada. They have lived here in Palmer all my life. Bizarre. And they just recently moved to Nevada, right? So they're not from Yeah, they're saying it, but they're not. I also seem to see on their Facebook pages. I was wondering if they'd always been in Parma, Idaho. Thank you, Luna, for telling us. And you said yes, and they were always creepy. Parma is a very small town. Oh, interesting, interesting. Guilty of crime. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Said the hardest working YouTuber I know. Love you, Grizzly True Crime. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so they went. I mean, if that's true, that the two of them following this, so they shot a man. They shot. I mean, essentially, I mean, the mother's part of the plan to shoot the son-in-law. Wow, allegedly. And then Melissa is shooting her estranged husband after making him think that they might be reconciling and they're going camping. And then afterwards, just get rid of some evidence, SIM card out the window, gun and phone in a reservoir. Like, what shall we eat for dinner? I don't know. Let's go to Matty's Barn Grill. I hear glasses clinking in my head. I could just be them like, cheers, we did it. We got rid of him. Don't you think? I'm imagining, I'm speculating. Mace Window said, the Force loves you, but it would love you more if you hit the like. Ah, nice to see you, Mace, back in chat. Okay, so these two had a dinner. Rosalie described Travis as an abusive drug addict with mental health issues. This is now the mother-in-law, okay? So she describes the homicide victim as an abusive drug addict with mental health issues. Rosalie said she decided that she had to kill Travis and compared it to putting a dog down to save livestock. You can't do that. You cannot do that. What makes her think you can do that? Wow. Okay. Oh, the ages. Wait, Book Mama said, how old was the daughter at the time of the crime? So she was 35. Well, she is 35, and the mother is 59, okay? Wow. Okay, so again, she said she decided, the mother-in-law decided that she had to kill Travis and compared it to putting a dog down to save livestock. Rosalie said that she met with family members on the 11th of July of 2024 and told them that she was planning to kill Travis. Rosalie also said that she asked her son, Thomas, where she could find an unregistered firearm. Rosalie said that she planned on driving to Idaho by herself on the 12th of July to kill Travis, but Melissa insisted on coming. And then what happened? And then your grand plan changed? You hid in the bathroom instead while your daughter killed her estranged husband and the father of your grandchildren? Wow. Can you believe this? My goodness. So, if we're going to watch this trial, whenever it may be, get ready already. They're going to pull the self-defense card. We could hear it already. She's going to say, well, he lunged at me. And he sexually assaulted me. And she's already come up with a whole bunch of things, right? My goodness. So yeah, these two, they are both in jail on each $2 million bond. Okay, so don't think they're getting out anytime soon. Now, let me quickly find the last few things that I want to show you here, which would be from the police here. Canyon County Sheriff's Office press release. 2 women arrested in connection with July 12th homicide at Martin Landing Campground. The Canyon County Sheriff's Office has arrested 2 women in connection with the homicide death of 37-year-old Travis Haywood Calumpit that occurred on July 12th at the Martin Landing Campground. The women are identified as Melissa Faye. Whoa, look at this face. Oh my goodness. Big eyes. It's like those Eileen Wernos eyes, huh? Anyway, Melissa Faye Calumpit, age 35, of Battle Mountain, Nevada, and Rosalie Lynn Morris, age 59, of Battle Mountain, Nevada. Although, Luna, in chat, people in chat might know them, they're actually from Parma, Idaho. They just recently moved to Nevada, okay? Rolfie and Harley, thank you so much for your sticker. So, both women have been booked into the Canyon County Jail on charges of first-degree murder. They are expected to be arraigned tomorrow at 1:30 in the Canyon County Courthouse. The investigation remains ongoing. That was posted on July 19th, so of course they've already been arraigned. They've already been charged. They're sitting in jail. I don't know when they're next in court. I didn't check that, but I'll keep an eye on it because sometimes, these things take time. But, yes, that is where we're at right now. So then, this would be, I'm going to link this for you if you want to just read how the police posted about it, the background of it. So the initial press release, they weren't too sure what happened, and everyone at the camp was actually closed for a while. We look at a little clip of that. So, that sucks for the campground as well, because that's their business, to be like, okay, we're shutting it down because they didn't know, like, is it some strange person walking around and like shooting people, or what is going on here? So I'll link this for you if you want to read that. Then let's just quickly read this obituary about Travis. So Travis Haywood Calumpit, 37, of Parma, Idaho, passed away unexpectedly on Friday, July 12th of 2024, aka was allegedly murdered. So Travis was born on January 30th, 1987 to Darwin Pitts and Mary Johnson in Caldwell, Idaho. Travis was the brother to Anna. Travis attended Parma schools until he graduated in 2006. Growing up, Travis was the protective older brother, always having Anna's back and loving her unconditionally. Travis had a passion for driving truck, working on vehicles, and being a jokester, always having a good sense of humor and a smile to share with everyone. Travis married Melissa, and before they divorced in 2018, Travis became a father to these children, right? Travis enjoyed, they do say they had 2 children together, but they do list 3 children, as you can see, so I'm not too sure about that, but okay. Travis enjoyed camping and hunting and fishing. He enjoyed spending time with friends and family. Travis was always willing to drop everything that he was doing if he knew his family was in need of help. Travis was all about making sure that his family came first and was taken care of in all aspects of life the best he could. Travis is survived by his 3 kids, okay, sister Anna, husband, Steve, grandfather, father, and all these family members, so I'm so sorry for your loss. Travis is preceded in death by his mother, and that really affected him. He posted about his mother's death on Facebook, and Rosalie, as in his mother-in-law, the one that made the plan allegedly to kill him, she said so in her interview. She said, I just hope you snap out of this. When he's grieving his mother and he's going to put flowers on her grave, she says, I hope you snap out of this because we just can't go through more with you, okay? Like, wow. Travis will be missed by many. Travis touched a lot of people's life in one way or another, and if you met Travis, there was no forgetting him. His funeral services were on Tuesday, August 6th at 1 p.m. at the, how do you say that, Flaheef, okay, Funeral Chapel, Cleveland Boulevard in Caldwell, Idaho. All right. Yeah, Pernille says, some body language experts call those wide eyes the psychopathic stare. Some also call them, I think is a Japanese code when they call them sandpack eyes, you know, when you could see the whites of the eyes all around as well. All right, so Natalie said, lured him there and then lay in wait. Oh dear, these 2 are in big trouble with all the extra behaviors, right? Kiss Me a Cow said, preliminary hearing for both was reset to September 6th. Thank you so much to Kiss Me a Cow for that preliminary hearing. September 6th, we're going to put that in our planners, in our diaries, in our calendars, whatever you call them, right? Now, I want to show you his Facebook page, which is over here. Travis Calumpit, it's still there. And this is the post that I initially showed you where he, you know, he said soulmate quotes and he said, me too, because nowadays you can't even trust your spouse. That's on the day he was murdered. 5:33 a.m., so that would have been my time. Maybe he posted the night before because I know Facebook actually is set to your time zone. And I'm 9 hours ahead of Idaho. 8 or 9 hours. Okay. So anyway, it says July 12th. Me too, because nowadays you can't even trust your spouse because of all the shit talking. And we read this before, right, on the presentation. So here he has like a whole love song. He says Missy Calumpit. That was a nickname that he had for her. And it's this whole like love song that he had going here. And here he said, why does my life give me a plot twist every week? And someone said, because your crazy wife, obviously, rest in peace. Shame. Here he said, I don't give anyone a reason to hate me. They create their own drama out of pure jealousy. And that was on July 11th. He said, I'd like to thank my middle finger for always sticking up for me when I needed it. I'm just saying. Okay. And I just want to show you some of these. Shame, man. Here he said on July 11th, maybe it would have been the 10th, depending on the time zone there. Should have been 11th. I won't be 101. Be lucky to make it a couple more years. And it won't be from drinking. It's going to be my kidneys. As I say, he struggled with addiction. So I don't know if that's why he's saying it. And he's been charged in the past with possession of controlled substances and driving recklessly and driving too fast, all of that. But either way, as we always say, I don't know why people think homicide victims need to be like these perfect angels. They really don't. They're just people, and people cannot just take other people's lives. At least that's what I believe, and that's what I would like my community to represent as well. Like, killing people is not okay. Do we need to spell that out for people? I don't know. So, yeah, well, he said, I'll get you some money. I just know someone else had helping him. I don't know exactly what he's talking about there. But Missy, he says, Missy Calumpit, you didn't care if I was in your life or not. You just needed some excuses and lies to leave because you didn't love me. You only came back because you were afraid that I would have tried to get the kids. If you would have stayed where you were. Because of him touching our son? I don't know what that's all about. Okay, I was just a security blanket. And I was a goddamn fool. and didn't see it. Oh, wait, that was because I have a honest heart and actually never lied to you. When I told you that I love you, that's because I did. And no matter how much shit gets said about me, I will always still love you. Here's something else for you. I've never once ran you down, called you any kind of names or anything, and I've never told any lies about you at all. And that's because I effing respected you enough and loved you with my whole heart to even think about doing any of that. So to everyone, I'm a bad guy, and you're this some kind of damsel in distress, and you know what? I still love you, and I would try as hard as I could to move mountains for you. Shame. Oh my word. Like, he was really lured there. He was really lured there. So I'll link his Facebook page as well if you do want to see some of his posts. I found some of those quite interesting, right? He's got quite a few of them. And then, let me just see. Her one is also here. Hold on. Wait, I want to make it like this so that I hope I don't show the kids. Yeah. So that was on June 19th. She says, Missy Moo Moo, she's got 2 Facebook profiles that I found so far, is in Battle Mountains, Nevada. See, she moved there recently. So when she moved out from his home or their shared home, right? I think that's when she moved to Battle Mountain, Nevada, which actually they said she moved out in April. So if in June, she's posting that now she's in Battle Mountain, Nevada. She moved from where she always was, which was Idaho. All right, now let's look at, there's only 3 clips that I found in the media so far. There's not much coverage of this case. So let's have a look. I'm just going to put this at like 1.1 speed. Otherwise, it's a little bit slow for us here, I think. I get to know you guys well from watching all the trials together. You also like it a little bit sped up. Okay, let's have a listen.
Investigation is underway at the Martin Landing campgrounds. I'm your Canyon County neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis here at the campsite where deputies were called Friday night. Several days later, a search for a suspect continues. New details come from Canyon County as officials continue searching for the person who shot and killed 37-year-old Travis Calumpit here at the Martin Landing campgrounds Friday evening.
So we have been closed ever since so that the Sheriff's Department can do their investigation.
Campground host Joanne Gilligan knows the area better than most. The campground near Parma is about an hour drive from Boise, offering a quiet place to watch wildlife and recreate along the nearby Boise, Owyhee, and Snake rivers. Gilligan showed me around the campsite and was there when law enforcement started their search for a suspect and important evidence.
They have been on the land, they have been in the water, they've had divers in the water. They are really searching the area, trying to be very thorough.
Gilligan says calling deputies after she was alerted to the body Friday night felt like a scene from the movies. Immediately, things stood out.
But there were very, very few cars that day. I remember his truck coming in.
She remembers how hot that day was and recalls watching Calumpit arrive to see the river.
This is nature's house, and yeah, we're just trying to keep it together for her. Having a hard time.
The sheriff's office declined an interview request for this story, but they tell us the investigation is ongoing. The campgrounds are now back open for anyone who wants to visit the area.
It's not the place that did the wrongdoing, it was a person that did it, so we shouldn't look poorly at this facility. It's a beautiful place and people need to come fish.
It does look like a beautiful place, right? Have any of you ever been there? I know that, let me see, John Hammond said that you had been there before. So that's pretty cool. It looks really beautiful as well. So I hope that the campground does okay and people aren't now terrified to go there because of these actions. Guilty of Crime said, was Walmart involved in this case at all? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. At the beginning of the stream, we went over that Walmart was, in fact, because the 2 suspects actually said they went to Walmart afterwards. So, interesting.
In camp.
County Sheriff's Office advises the public to be cautious and aware of surroundings. Anyone with information on what happened here on July 12th is asked to call the Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers.
Now we're going to look at another clip here quickly. I just want to do this so we boost it a bit.
Ground turned into a crime scene when a couple came across the body of Travis Calumpit. Idaho 6 obtained the probable cause affidavits in the case, which alleged Travis' wife Melissa Calumpit and her mother Rosalie Morris admitted to investigators they drove to Idaho from Nevada as part of their plan to get rid of him for good. In interviews with investigators, documents say Rosalie considered her son-in-law an abusive drug addict with mental health issues and decided she had to kill Travis, comparing it to putting a dog down to save the livestock, even discussing the plan with family the day before. As for the victim, court records show Travis Calumpit told his stepfather he was going to the campground to meet Melissa, hoping they would repair the relationship and spend the weekend camping in Council. Records show his truck equipped with a dash cam caught Melissa on the camera at the campsite, while Rosalie hid in the campground bathroom. Ultimately, records show Melissa admitted to hitting Travis over the head with a rock, then shooting him. His final words asked why this was happening. Before she apologized, told him she loved him, and ran away. The two women then allegedly drove to CJ Strike Reservoir to dispose of Travis' cell phone and the murder weapon. The two were formally charged in Canyon County Court, where they are each currently being held on $2 million bond. Calumpit will return in court this Friday, July 26th. Morris will return August 2nd.
Okay, so we've already seen that. And there's one more clip here quickly, so we can see them in court too.
And concealment of evidence. They were arraigned this afternoon. The charges are in connection.
Sorry, I've got to go back a little bit. Hold on.
The Canyon County Sheriff's Office says 59-year-old Rosalie Morris and 35-year-old Gisela Calumpit, who are from Battleground, Nevada, were arrested and charged with first-degree murder and concealment of evidence. They were arraigned this afternoon. The charges are in connection to the death of 37-year-old Travis Calumpit from Parma. He was found dead July 12th.
The defendant admitted to knowing of a plan to kill the victim. She drove from Nevada to Idaho with a gun, lured the victim to the campground where she shot and killed him, admitted to disposing of the gun and victim's phone. It was a coordinated and calculated plan to kill the victim.
The women were each appointed a public defender, and the judge set a $2 million bond for both.
Okay, so we've looked at everything we possibly can so far in this case. We've done some map time. We've looked at the probable cause affidavits, of course, as well. We do love documents. So actually, let me give credit to True Crime News, formerly called True Crime Daily. They are amazing. When they have any documents, they actually link it in their articles, and I wish more media companies would do that because it's so great when they do, of course. Then we could see them and we could see the facts. And why do we want the documents is to see the facts. We don't want to speculate or, have things out of context. We want to see what the police wrote in their documents. So that's where I found those today. So thank you to True Crime News. All right, everyone. That is all I have for you today. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think people can just, as Rosalie said, put someone down, like a dog. What? No, that is never okay. Never. So both of them on a $2 million bond. As I say, let me put the picture up one more time here. We've got Gisela Calumpit. She is 35 years old, and she's been charged with first-degree murder. And her mother is 59-year-old Rosalie Morris, and she was also charged with first-degree murder, aiding and abetting first-degree murder, and she was charged with aiding and abetting first-degree murder and destruction of evidence. My goodness. Thank you so much, and if you are a member, thank you for watching this again with me, because we already went over some of this in our previous members-only live stream. If you like it when I just discuss lots of random cases and we just have a casual chat and you get to ask me questions, you might want to consider becoming a member, because we do that. So that's one of them that we discussed last week. All right, everyone. Thank you, mods. Really appreciate everything that you do. Thank you all for being here. And remember, if you want to get your Snark Tank shirt, and I'm going to be wearing this out and about in Switzerland. Snark Tank, okay? You can get it on grizzlymerch.com. I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe and have a wonderful weekend further. Unless, of course, you are further ahead of time. Have a wonderful new week. All right, everyone. Bye.